I started to talk about, how's your dog? I feel like something's wrong with your dog. And then she starts crying, and she said her dog was injured, and then they had to take the dog to the vet, to put it down. Yeah.
You just sense that.
I just sensed that. Yeah.
That's some pretty powerful intuition.
Yeah.
And may I share a story about psychic reading that you gave me?
Yes.
So just want to address the audience. So intuition is real. There's overwhelming scientific evidence for it. I explained the concept of the pre-trance policy and why some people insist that it isn't real and the science is like junk. I had this discussion with Neil deGrasse Tyson. Totally stubborn. He says intuition is not real. The science is bunk. He's wrong. He just has to read Dean Radin's book, Conscious Universe, and he has to be aware that he's falling for the pre-trance policy. So here's the intuitive experience I had with Dawn. So I was living in LA in 2010 for about a month. My family and I like to move around and experience different cities, and we were staying in Santa Monica. And I can't remember how we got connected, but someone said, hey, you got to get this like intuitive reading from this person. So I get this intuitive reading from you. And at that point, I was speaking on other people's stages. So I was speaking on other people's stages about entrepreneurship, about, being a startup entrepreneur. And we were doing this intuitive reading, and you told me something I would never forget. So you said, Vishen, I see all your chakras light up when you have created your own stage, your own platform for speaking, not just speaking on other people's stage. Do you remember that?
Yes, I definitely vividly remember that. Yeah.
So help the audience understand, how did that message come to you? And then I'm going to tell the audience what happened next with that advice.
Yeah, definitely. How that message came to me is that when I do readings, intuitive readings for people, I'm an intuitive, which is same thing as being psychic. It's just another form of explaining that. And I use all my senses of feeling, knowing, seeing, even smelling energy, tasting energy. It might come to me through that method, or a knowing or voice that comes and speaks to me. Also, I do channeling. So I channel people's guides, angels, and, if you can expand your mind to other like ascended masters, people who have lived in this lifetime, who have mastered a certain level of wisdom, and we're here to serve the masses. So
that's a whole other topic, guides and angels. We're going to come to that.
Yeah.
So you're getting these messages.
Yeah. So I'm getting these messages, and I'm tuning into you. What I do is, I have your energetic body project onto me. And then I start to scan your body, and it starts to tell me what's going on with you on a physical sense. And then your guides come in, and they start to give me a vision. So how I saw it for you is, I saw all of a sudden that you were speaking on all these different stages, and where you speak from, you draw in like a lot of power, and you really impact the audience. You really move the audience. But then I all of a sudden got this vision that if you were to you speak and you create your own stage, and you spoke from your own platform, that you would create a global community that would expand over the world, and it would take Mind Valley to a whole different level. That would be a global movement,
right?
And you would impact millions of lives. And so when I saw you doing that, I saw you doing like your own kind of conferences mixed with celebration.
Right.
Yeah, and education.
Mixed with celebration.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so here's what happens next. So this was February. Now March, I think it was March 2010. So this was less than a month later. I'm speaking at a marketing event, Yannick Silva's Underground in Washington, D.C. And I get on stage and I give a talk, as I normally do, and I get a standing ovation. And then I remember Dawn's words, right? And I'm like, So I tell the people who are standing up, by the way, if you like me for the last 1 hour, I'm thinking maybe of creating my own type of event, 3 days, don't know where it's going to be, don't know what the topic is going to be, but tickets are going to be $2,000. And if you're interested, let's meet in, at that room over there. And it was a complete like stab in the dark. 30 people showed up and bought a ticket. All of a sudden, I had $60,000 to create my own event. So I brainstormed with these 60 people, and someone says, let's do it in an exotic place like Costa Rica.